Hi, my name is Carrie Guyvage, and I'm talking to Catherine Guyvage about the ongoing heroin epidemic. Um, and I would like to ask you a couple questions.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Alright. And there are estimated 25 deaths in October and September of 2014. How do you feel about this?
Very sad because they're all young people.
And have you noticed in the newspaper what ages they normally range from?
23, 24, very young.
And they're all normally from like college and
Well, or
just out of high school.
just out of high school, not too long, maybe don't have a job or don't have a good job.
Yeah.
You see, they don't think they're going to do this to themselves. It's not ever going to happen to me.
Yeah, and then it does,
It
and they
does.
can't get out of it. Um, Tell me about the new equipment that police are carrying around. Do you know anything about that?
I do know there's a drug that they carry with them, and also it helps if they can catch them right away when they're overdosing and they give them a shot of this, and it brings them out of it.
Naloxone.
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 Naloxone. And also the people who are trying to quit the habit carry or take a pill or something to get them out of this, but sometimes it don't work.
I heard that like other people could also like kind of get addicted on that drug, but I heard that was kind of also.
What do you mean other people?
Like, for example, my brother, he said he got addicted to that drug that they gave him from rehab to get him off of the other drug. That's what he says, but like I don't know how.
I don't know how I feel about that either, but I think if you are on this medication to stop being addicted, you should be seeing a doctor and be managed by a doctor, not just do it yourself.
Yes, I agree with that.
You can't do that by yourself.
Yeah, because they always want to go back.
It's been tried before. I mean, he did it himself, and he's been on and off this thing for years, so it's just getting worse.
Yeah. Does dealing with this affect your work life or work environment?
I'm
Like-
retired, and it doesn't affect me too much, except I worry about when I hear people are using it. I worry about that because I think about it a lot,
Yeah.
and it scares me to know that a drug, any drug, is stronger than a person's mind.
And it can control whatever and it changes their entire personality.
It does.
It changes how they are,
They end up
stealing,
stealing and lying, and
doing
they
everything.
lie to anybody, and they'll steal from anybody.
And it's
And they
just-
break into houses. That's what most of these young kids get caught stealing. That's what they're stealing for.
Yeah.
A shot or whatever you do with this drug or a fix or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Any advice or any places that you like know of for an addict to go get help or find recovery? Or any people
I
that
do
you talk
know
to?
of Arrowhead, and I do know that there's behavior centers all over the city. But I also know you have to want to quit, and you have to go to them, and you also have to go to AA meetings, and that helps. And if people don't do that, they'll be back on it again because that's just the way it goes. If you don't go somewhere where you see this, sometimes people have to go to AA meetings every night until they get this out of their system.
And do you think like their family members and their friends have to be 100% committed with them to help them get through it? Or do you think it has to be just 100% them?
I think that it has to be 100% them. I think I can do anything to stop anybody, and you can't do anything to stop them. They have to want to do it themselves.
Yeah, you can just be there to try and help.
Well, yeah, you can be there and support, be a good supporter, but you cannot make them quit. You cannot make them want to quit. It doesn't work that way. This stuff is horrible.
What do you think we should do to prevent this issue?
I don't have a clue how to prevent it. It's too easy to get. It's too cheap. People are making it in their houses.
It's like overwhelming us kind of.
I think it is overwhelming. Yes, I do.
Have you noticed crime rates go up because of this
Oh,
issue?
definitely. Look, these young kids that are breaking into Speedway and into all kinds of little shops and stuff now, and breaking into homes.
Just-
And they don't mess up the houses, they don't do nothing, they just take whatever they can take to sell. or if there's jewelry, they take it, or if there's money, they take it. It's not gonna stop. I don't know what the answer is.
Do you think, like, they should keep them for a long period of time in rehab places? Or...
I think that when somebody goes to rehab and they go for maybe a weekend, they might as well forget that. They're wasting their money and everybody else's. I think what has to be done is they have to be taken out of the situation, away from everything that they are familiar with, and put into some sort of a rehab that maybe lasts for 2-3 months, and let it be a place to go to work, where they work out the problems, and physical work.
That I feel like that would help them, because it could, like, keep their mind off of it and help with withdrawals and all of it.
And they may have to take the medicine for withdrawal. That I can't see where you can get addicted to that. I don't know.
I don't know. It's complicated. Any advice you would want to, like, give to someone before they walked into a recovery center, or before they were talked into going into a recovery center?
I don't think you can talk anybody into going. I think if you talk them into going, they're not going to go there and come out recovered. And I don't think with heroin you ever are recovered. I think you always will want this drug. But I think that you just have to tell these people, if it's friends or a relation or whatever, that you love them, that you still love them no matter what, and that you are hoping and praying that they get away from this stuff so they can have a normal life.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can talk anybody into going, because if you talk them into going, they'll maybe go, but it's going to go right over their head.
Yeah. Which sucks, because, like, that just hurts, like, all the people around them, but they don't mean to do it.
That's true.
It's just the drug making them do it. And that's the worst part about this drug. It just overcomes their entire body.
It takes over your brain.
And
And
they're
you can
not the same
become-
person.
According to what I've read, you can become addicted with one use.
Yep, that is very true. After one dose, your body is automatically
It
addicted.
craves it.
And afterwards, you get withdrawals like sweatiness, restless leg syndrome. You
Right, and so you think you have to have more to make that stop, which it does,
but it only
and
stops
then
for
it
a
just
little
starts back up again. It's a vicious circle.
bit. And
it's
eventually,
terrible.
there's that one that just...
You overdose. That's it. And more than one person has overdosed more than one time. And then they come out of it and they're okay, and then they go and they're clean for a little while, and then they go right back to it, and they take more than they did before, and that's it. They're gone.
Yeah. And also, you can, like, stop for a while, and, like, even if you were doing large amounts of doses, you stop for a while after that, and then if you start up with just a little dose, that can even kill you, because your body has been off of it for so long. And it's...
You can also get stuff that is tainted.
like
Somebody made in their garage, and it's got something in it that it shouldn't have in it, and you think it's all pure junk, and you're dead.
There's nothing you can do about it, because that's what that person decided to do, to add that other little drug in there, and it just makes you feel better. Oh, no.
They don't even tell them.
They don't. Really?
Really. Most people, it's just something that they put in it, and it's not called clean. It's tainted, and they don't tell anybody. Would you tell somebody if you were making money selling candy just because it had the wrong stuff in it? Say it had flour in it instead of sugar? You wouldn't tell them. You just take the money.
That's all they care about is money.
That's right.
They don't care about that that's somebody that they could...
That's a friend, or that's
a loved one, that's someone that someone deeply
Somebody-
cares about.
right.
They don't care about that.
That's right.
It's,
Heroin is a horrible, horrible thing that I don't know where it came from, but it should just. And this is manufactured heroin. That's why it's so lethal.
yeah. In my facts, it says in 2007, 93% of the world's opium supply came from Afghanistan. So that means like most of these opiate drugs came from Afghanistan. How do you feel about that?
Probably most of our soldiers that were there
Are in it or doing it or something?
probably are.
Which,
And that's just it's another horror of war.
yeah,
And they ship it here by boatload. And how it gets into the United States, I don't understand that. I don't understand how that big amount of something
Can be smuggled in.
can get smuggled into the United States.
I have no idea either. That doesn't make any sense.
But they're not using that anymore. They're using man-made opium.
Yeah, like the plant. Isn't
No.
it like plant?
No, it's like a synthetic one. It's not.
Is this synthetic one worse than the original? Like it's like tainted, right?
That's tar. It's called what, black tar?
Oh yeah.
And that's stuff that people make. That's not opium. It's not made from the opium seeds or whatever they make it from.
It's
I don't even know what it's made out of.
probably a bunch of chemicals they found in their basement.
Well, it could be some kind of chemicals we use to clean with. We don't know. I don't know. I just know it's not good.
None of it's good. It's just killing people, and like some people don't even notice. If you walk up to some people, they're just like, "I've never even heard of this heroin epidemic," and it's just like, "How haven't you heard of it?
Right. Well,
It's all over."
there are people who close their eyes and close their ears and don't want to hear about it. They just, if they don't think about it, it's not there.
Do you have any advice for any heroin addicts or families going through this issue right now?
I think that parents should keep their eyes on their kids when they're 9, 10, not wait till they're older. Make sure they know who their friends are, make sure they know what they're doing. If they suspect this, have them drug tested. They're your kids, you can have them drug tested, and then you go from there. You'd have to go to doctors and maybe put them into rehab right then and there before they got hooked.
Yeah, I mean,
Because these kids don't have any money, so they turn to stealing. 10, 12, 15-year-old kids, they have no jobs, they have no money. So they'll steal something that somebody else cherishes and has worked hard to have.
yeah.
So start young, keeping your eye on your kids.
I agree. Well, thanks for talking to me today.
You're welcome. Anytime you have any problems, give me a call.
Okay, I will.